Hello, this is Isaiah. I want to come back and do this videos again. It's been like a few years. I want to start doing it again because I hope touch people's lives again. Um, and make some money at the same time. Make some hopefully impact people with my words. And it's gonna happen. It just takes time. Um, there's a lot of things that happened to me this year, both good and bad. And the bad, I wouldn't say it was bad. It was usually bad things that happen to people in life. They don't realize it's a good thing for them. It's just how they take it. And like Steve Harvey says, it leaves a gift, and it does. It's just how you take it. Um, I had an injury last year that caused me to not work for a while. I had a bad injury in my left hand. I had to get surgery on it. It was a left tear, a ligament tear. So I was off for a couple months. I used to work in the dish room, and I was doing the same thing every day. And then my hand just snapped one day, not snap off, but like I felt something um, snapped on it. But anyway, long story short, I got back to work. They were able to give me a position. I couldn't do anything because I had to just do light duty work, but I want to come back because I was not making any money. I was not getting paid, and so I went back to work, and they put me in a hot bar. And when I got back in the hot bar, to me, that was the best thing that ever happened to me because that's when I realized my gift. My gift was talking to people and helping people. And I really enjoyed it every single day. I really enjoyed being there at the hot bar. I love that feeling of just coming to work. Yeah, I didn't have to do nothing. All you gotta do is talk. And I really enjoyed it. My boss, she's seen it, and she really liked what I was doing there in the hot bar, and that's what I wanted. I wanted my boss to see me do my job, and it was good because being from a being from a dishwasher, because in the dishwashing room, you're not a lot of people can see you. It's like you're in the back room pretty much. Nobody sees you. You don't talk too much. You're just there to you're just there to wash the dishes, and that's it. You usually don't talk too much, and I'm glad I got out of that because um, it's not good to be locked up in the back. You need to talk. You need to talk to grow your vocabulary, and I'm learning that 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 will create insecurities with yourself. Um, it will create depression because you're not around people, and you don't know how to react with friends, anybody, or girls, anybody. You won't know how to act with them. And when I came back, it was really fun, man. I really love waking up in the morning every day, and I want that feeling back again. I really want that feeling back of waking up in the morning, and just be happy to go and do something that I love to do. And I remember Steve Harvey said this, and it stuck with me. He said the reason why um, you're not happy getting up in the morning, you always hitting the snooze button, and hopefully stay in bed, is because you're not living your gift. And I totally agree with that. Right now, always hitting the snooze button and hopefully just stay in bed a little longer. And that's not good because I do want to, you know, I still wake up anyway, but it's like I don't like that. I hit the snooze button and I stay in bed, but I know why though, because I'm not living my gift, and you know, because I'm my life is getting better now. But I'm gonna tell that a little later. But um, it's getting better. But getting back to when I was a hot bar, I just enjoyed talking to people. My confidence was through the roof. I was just enjoying coming to work every day, going to the gym, waking up in the morning, going to the gym, and then come to work. All I had to do was do that. 11 to 6, done. But at this time, I want to say this though too. Before this time, I was in my comfort zone, and I want to talk about comfort zone. And people can say the comfort zone is good, there's nothing wrong with it, but I disagree. When you're in your comfort zone, there's no activity in your life. You're just moving through the motions. And I got too used to being in the comfort zone. And I'm saying this right now because it's going to come later why I'm saying this. Um, I was in my comfort zone and I didn't evolve. I used to listen to motivational speaking before that time, but I stopped listening to it. I used to write goals down and then I stopped. And so, anyway, I'm going to tell you why this is important. So, one day, there was this girl. I'm not going to say her name. Nothing bad about her. It's just, she's my friend. And I hope that, you know, we still can be more than friends and we can grow from it. Um, but the thing is, what happened was, I seen this girl at work, light skinned girl, nice, beautiful hair. I wasn't paying attention to her. I just seen her working in Amazon, getting stuff out. You know, this is around the time when I seen Amazon. Really using that job thing. I seen a lot of people in the cart with the carts, and they're going around and getting groceries for people who order online, and in Amazon people that go around and collect the stuff and put it in the cart and put it to the side for customers to come pick it up, or yeah, just come and pick it up. And I saw her, but I never, you know, you never pay attention. I just came in to do my work and then go home. So I went back. One day I saw her. I was talking so much, so good. I was talking to a lot of people. And one thing about this too is that before this, I was very shy to talk to girls. I was very, very shy. And that's what I'm saying about comfort zone. You never grow from a comfort zone. It's a danger zone, just like Greg Plitz said. It's a danger zone. I agree, because you're not growing. You don't think yourself big. You always think yourself small, and you're not small. You're great. You have something great in you. You never develop yourself. You never try to do anything, and that's because you're in your comfort zone, and you never think yourself any bigger than. You don't think that life can be a wonderful place, and it can be. And a lot of people just don't know that they got hit so hard in life, and they're just like, just accept this is how it is, and that's what happened to me. I got too comfortable, way too comfortable. I wasn't thinking about trying to move out my parents' house. I wasn't thinking about my future. I was just pretty much looking at YouTube videos. I used to play video games growing up, but I stopped doing that because it's like it was being too addictive to me. I was being, I wasn't going to the gym. I wasn't eating healthy, and I stopped. But the comfort zone was still there. So anyway, I walked up to her. I saw her wearing this wrestling hoodie, and I said it was a nice hoodie. And she said thank you. And then she turned around. When she walked away, she turned around and said, "So I assume you like wrestling, or watch wrestling." And I said, "Yeah." And ever since that day, we just started talking. I never thought of, oh, this girl's cute, or anything like that. I never did. Um, so we talked about wrestling, and it was really good in the beginning. We talked about wrestling. We talked about, everything, just wrestling wise, in the beginning, and it just felt so good coming to work. And like I said, I never talked to a lot of girls. And here's another thing too. I was listening to a life coach. His name is Coach Corey Wayne. He said, "This is the thing though. This girl, I wrote down a few years ago what kind of woman I want. This dream girl that I want, and I wrote her down. I put it to the side. In a few years, I never thought about it anymore. I never. It's in my dream box. I have a dream box in my room where I write the goals in life. And some of them just like, you know, the stuff that I want to do in life. But now, this year I decided to start doing it again because now I realize those stuff can come true. And thanks to Steve, thanks to Mark Merrill, I started to realize, oh, Bruce Lee too, now I realize that whatever I write down will come true. And I have to believe by faith and keep working and take action. But getting back to the girl, so I started to, you know, I wasn't paying attention. It was good. Like, oh wow, this I started to notice signs like, oh, this girl kind of likes me. When she sees me, she smiles and stuff, and everything was good in the beginning. And then she just kept walking up to me, almost every day. I was just chilling, mind my own business, going to work and stuff. But she kept coming up to me, and I was like, wow, this is something here. She keeps walking up to me, but I still didn't pay nothing attention. No, I didn't pay no attention to it. And then one day she just started coming up to me at a hot bar, and we just started talking. And that's when things started to, I started to see things in her that I noticed that I wrote down in the paper I wrote a few years ago about the dream girl I want. Now the life coach said, you have to be ready for this girl when she come in your life. When she come in your life, you gotta be ready. And I wasn't ready. I'm gonna get to that in a second, but I wasn't ready. I was just going through life, wasn't even thinking about the stuff that I wrote down was gonna come true. And here comes this girl in my life. She comes in my life, and then boom, I'm like, wait a minute, she's everything I wrote down in that paper I wrote a few years ago. But talking to her, I started realizing, man, I really like this girl. She's everything I want in a woman. I want a strong woman. I want a woman that, you know, into military, police officer, whatever. A tough girl who doesn't rely on a man for anything. Who has a tremendous self confidence in herself, and she just, you know, she doesn't care. She doesn't care if she gets with a boy or not. She's so independent on herself, and she's very educational. She does everything in her life. She accomplishes her goals. She does it. She's solely focused on herself, and that's the kind of woman I want. And so everything this girl I wrote down, like, wow, she has everything I want in a woman. And everything was getting good. Everything was, like, wow, this is amazing. So I tried to play catch up. See, I tried to play catch up because I did not. In the beginning, I knew what to do, but then in the middle, I didn't know what to do because I never. Confucius said, and I learned this from Coach Corey Wayne, the life coach. He quoted from Confucius, and Confucius said, without prior preparation, they're sure to failure. And I was not ready for her. I wasn't ready to know how to get into a relationship. And this is how I'm gonna tell you, in a second why that happened, what happened. But in the beginning, it's just too many signs that she was really into me. She kept coming up to me. She started saying hi to me every time she saw me. Um, Her attraction level, I can tell, was really, really high for me. It was really, really high. Stuff she used to say, she said stuff like, I just really care about you, I don't want, I just really care about you. And it's like, wow, in the beginning, she was just so into me. Oh, it feels so good. It felt so good that a girl liked me. I was like, oh, finally, a girl likes me for who I am. Wow, she found me attractive. And there was too many signs she liked me. She used to bump into my shoulder. She used to come up to me a lot. Like I said, and we just talk all the time about stuff. And I found out she was a Christian. I'm a Christian, and it was like, wow, she. It felt so good, like talking to this girl. I thought it was amazing. Wow. It was amazing connection between us. Amazing connection. And so one day, so so she, she wasn't coming up to me like she was used to. Now this was my mistake. Um, this was my mistake. I should have never. I should let her ask me the questions because she's trying to get to know me. So she. I should let her ask me questions because I want to. You should. A man should remain a mystery. Don't try to prove yourself to a girl. Never do that. Never try to prove yourself to a girl. You want her to like you. She wants to work. She has to work to get your attention. Never get your attention to her, because that just show weakness and self. That just show you're seeking her approval. And I wish I kept reading Coach Corey Wayne's book. I wish I knew about this stuff before me and her, because if I knew that stuff, I would have known what to do. So anyway, uh, um, she stopped coming up to me, and I should have not panicked. I should have just waited for her to come back to me. It's just like, you know, you want to make the girl feel free. You do not want her to make it like, hey, you've been talking to me a while, so now you're mine. You don't want to do that. You want her to make her feel free. Free. You're just talking to her. You didn't went out on a date with her or nothing. You're just trying to get to know her. This is the beginning stage. You didn't do nothing with her yet. Don't get your hopes up on a girl, and just do not get your hopes up. And there was things that I was doing that now I'm trying to fix. Um, I realize now that I have it's a lot of insecurities in me that I need to fix. And I know why it happens, because I'm not going out too much. I haven't been talking to a lot of people. I used to be part of 1PA, but I didn't want to do it anymore when my friend got fired. Um, but not staying active, not being involved in activities, outside of a job or outside of home, outside of the house, outside of home. I'm 32 years old. I should, if I'm thinking about ever being with somebody, I should be active. I should be involved in something. If I did have stuff that I wanted to do before I met this girl. I had a lot of stuff to do, but hey, I wasn't taking action. See how that was very hypocritical of me. Like, now I'm trying to do it now this year. I'm trying to go after my dreams and goals this year. But before that, I was just moving on through life, just not even thinking about going after my goals. And so, see, where can I start? Um, so after, I can say the mistakes that I made was keeping coming up to her at work when I should have just waited. And oh yes, insecurities. I was already being a little bit too possessive. I'm afraid to come out and say this, but I have to say it because it's. I want to help men out there, and I want to help them to be changed, and don't make the mistakes that I made. I'm taking the steps now to try to change. I made a goal this year and next year to for 2 years to not date any girls. I'm gonna read books. I wanna work on myself, and when I think I'm ready, then I'll date girls. But I can't. I need to focus on me. I need to read books on how to overcome insecurities, how to get more self confidence in myself, and go after my dreams and my goals. Try to stay focused on that and not worry about girls. Just for a whole 2 years, just focus on me And when I think I'm ready, then I'll think about a girl. But right now, I can't date any girls. But anyway, going back, you know, one of the things that I hated was I was being, this girl, she liked it me. She really liked me. She really did. But myself, I'm trying to think of a word. The image of myself, I thought she didn't like me because she wasn't talking. It wasn't coming up to me and talk to me. And this self image of myself, was very bad. Like, let the girl be. I want to tell this to men. Let the girl be free. You want to love in a way where she feels free. You want to love the girl where she feels free. That's why it's also good to just keep dating multiple girls. And girls might not like that, but hey, look, especially guys like me who, you know, grew up in a family where my parents used to fight each other a lot. That create insecurities in me. Um, Instead of my parents showing love to each other and stuff, that messed me up and my brother and sister up because that create insecurities in me. And the fact that I never try to be active and my parents never told me to go after my dreams and my goals. Because if I did that, then I'll be happy. I wouldn't be feeling like, oh, I'm worthless and stuff like that. Instead of just going through the motions in life and just going to work, coming home, going to work, coming home. I don't want to do that anymore. I want to escape the 9 to 5 job, and it's gonna come true soon. About to start this new job. I don't have to be at work at a job place anymore, and I'm just gonna work at home. I can't wait for this new job. It's gonna be great for me. But anyway, I'm trying to make this short. But so I was just, I kept saying to myself, now I'm trying to control my mouth now. But back then I didn't know that what you say will manifest in life. Jesus said that. So I'm trying to control what I say out of my mouth now. But back then I was just saying, oh, she hates me, because she's talking to the guys. She's not coming up to me anymore. And that's not true. That's not true. The girl really did like me. And my stupid, insecure self had this self-sabotaging belief that she didn't like me and she was going to leave me anytime. And she wasn't. I just had to take my time with her. But I didn't know what to do. That's the thing. I didn't know what to do. So we came to the, so like, trying to make this short, but you know she kept showing signs that she was interested in me. She kept coming up to me if I was okay. Like one time she just came up to me and said, how's your break? You know, how's your break and stuff. And I thought it was good. I was watching wrestling videos and stuff. And another thing too, she inspired me to want to do something with my life. Because here's the girl of my dreams that I wrote down a few years ago, and I didn't have nothing. I didn't have nothing to give to her. Nothing. I learned this too. If the girl of my dreams that I want, she's tough, she's so confident, she don't need no men. If I don't have that qualities, how can I attract that kind of girl in my life? How? How can I get that kind of girl? If I don't work on myself, how can I attract that kind of girl in my life? I can't. She's just not gonna, she's gonna reject me, and she's not gonna, like the kind of person I am. You know, sure we have great conversations, but if I don't work on the insecurities in me, then she's gonna see that. She's gonna see something is wrong, and something's wrong with this guy. He's getting a little too more into the relationship instead of just enjoying the moments and just relax and chill. And so anyway, she let me she let me go out with her a few times after work, and I was through the roof. My heart was pounding. I was like, oh wow, she let me go out with her after work. Oh, I felt like, oh wow, she let me go out with her, because I was doing the steps that Coach Kerwin says. When you if there's somebody at work you like, ask her out. So I did that, and she went out with me, and it was so nice talking to her after work, because I got to know her. But this is the thing, I was not ready. Coach Kerwin says you should remember everything she says in the conversation, because if you don't remember, the girl will get mad. So I tried to put down things in my phone. I created a list to write everything that the girl said, what she liked, what she don't like, what she hate, what's her favorite place, and all that stuff. And I wrote it down in my list, because I want to be able to remember this stuff, because it's really important. So anyway, I think I guess I can say this now. Things started to get a little different. I noticed that she wasn't smiling, seeing me, and that's just probably me. But um, she wasn't coming up to me like she used to. After a while, I started to notice that, and I was wondering what's going on. Hey, it's my fault. That insecurities that I had in me, it messed it up. So, and there was a conversation we had. I'm not gonna say what it is, but one thing I learned: you don't bring up old conversations in a relationship. You just keep going. But the reason why I did that is because I thought maybe what I said to her in that conversation, I thought maybe what I said in that conversation made her not come up to me anymore. And it wasn't. It wasn't. Listen, girls sometimes are gonna get bored. Sometimes girls are gonna get bored with you. You have to let them be free, and let them go let them talk to their friends. Go let them, you know, wander around. You keep doing you. You keep, at this time I wish I was studying personal training. I wish I was doing that stuff like I'm doing now. Keep myself busy, but so I don't have to focus on the girl. Let her come back to me. But I didn't know that. I was coming up to her too much, and worried that I did something wrong when I really didn't. And all I had to do was just wait for her to come back to me. Wait for her to come back to me like a cat. Just wait for her to come back. She'll come back when she's ready. And I wish I knew that, but I didn't know. So anyway, I came up to her one day and I asked her about this conversation that we had, and I thought the reason why she wasn't coming up to me and talk to me more because of this thing that we had. It was not bad, just a disagreement that we had with each other. We didn't argue, we didn't argue. We just, I told her, hey, if that's what you believe, it's fine. That doesn't affect me, you know, because one thing I learned, what Jesus taught me was, everybody's not gonna believe what you believe, and you can't force it down their throat because they don't know. And I learned that, every human being out here is not perfect. They're not gonna know everything that you know, and you cannot force it down their throat. And I'm glad Jesus put that in my heart and made me realize that, to be more open with other people. And I wish more Christians had that. And also other people. I wish more people had that openness of, yeah, everybody doesn't know what I know, so I can't just I can show them, but not force it down their throat and get angry because they don't know. It's not their fault. They don't know. If you bring it to them, then yeah, they'll probably believe you. If they don't, get mad at them. So I brought this up. It was like a few months, and she was asking me, "Why are you bringing this up? We already had this conversation." And I said, "No, I'm just doing that because I was wondering if you were mad at me about what happened." She said, "No, I'm not mad at you because of that." And this is another thing, I made a big mistake. The day before, Up to that point, it was so good. Up to that point, it was so good. Everything I was doing was right. So the day before, we had this, I had this conversation with her about this, So the day before, I found her. She was in. I work at Whole Foods, so she was in the line. I walked up to her, and I was standing real close to her, looking at her. I just kept saying she looks so cute in her picture and all this stuff. And when she finished purchasing her stuff, we got out the door, and she said, "Hey, you want to go sit down and talk a little more?" I said, "Yeah." So I went down and talked, and and sat down, and we were talking, and this was, to me, a very special moment to me with her that I wish I could get back, but I have to just, keep going. So she, I was gonna wait for her to hug me. So I said, "Oh, we've been talking for a while. Just give her a hug." So I gave her a hug. And she said, "Oh, so nice." She. And I told her my feeling for her. I said, "Hey, I would like this to be more." I said, best friend, best friends. Of course, we're best friends. But I would like this to be more. And she said, "What we have right now is good." And I wish I said, after she said that and we walked away, I really wish I said, "No, you're right. Yeah, let's see how this going." But I didn't say it because I remember the coach said that, if the girls say that, I said, "Yeah, let's just see how it goes. No rushing." And I'm learning. That's all I can say. I'm learning. So anyway, she so going back to when I was asking her if she was mad at me, because I said that a few months ago. That's why she's not walking up to me anymore. She hate me. She didn't hate me. She didn't hate me. Now that I brought that up, and I show you, this is what I said. I said this, and I should never said this. I said, I really like you, but I want to see how you are, you know. And then she said it again. She said, "I am not ready to date anybody right now." You say you don't? And instead of saying, "Yeah, I know that. I'm just seeing how you are." But I should never said that out of my mouth. I should never said that. But see, I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to do. I didn't and just, enjoy the friendship. Just focus on, because I was studying personal training at that time too. Because, I really enjoyed seeing her face when I was, doing this and that, studying and all that stuff. I enjoyed seeing her face, her happy face when I passed an exam or I was doing something with my life. I just love seeing her face. It's just, to me, I think it's different. So anyway, and I said that, she walked away, and I felt so bad for myself. I went upstairs. I tried to go back and study nutrition, but I wanted to cry inside. So I went to the bathroom. I cried. Then I went outside and I cried. Because I just felt so bad that I said that. I should never said that. I felt so bad. I walked out. I cried so hard. And I said, "Rob, go back and talk to her. Just tell her you're sorry. You didn't mean to say that." And I came back. She said, "Where'd you go? You just left like that." And I said, "I'm okay." I didn't tell her I was crying. And so we talked, and I said, "Hey, I don't mind being as friends, but I still believe the damage was done. I really believe that was when things started to change, because I took it too far. Instead of just taking time and enjoy the friendship and letting it grow." I'm reading a book right now called The Warrior Within. It's philosophies of Bruce Lee, and I like what he said about his how he, you know, got a relationship with his wife. He said, "Me and Linda grew out of friendship, and in that friendship grew love." I really wish I knew that stuff, but I didn't know because I was in my comfort zone. For all these years, I was in my comfort zone. I didn't know how to be in relationships. I've been alone for so long, and it was hurting me that I didn't have no girls. I was seeing my brothers and sisters get in a relationship, but I didn't know how to get in a relationship. I didn't know how to be in one, and I want to be the guy who understands women, and I could be in a relationship with any girl. But if you have insecurities, you can't be with a girl. And I'm this is a blessing though. I'm happy that I waited. I'm happy that I waited. I'm happy that over the years I wasn't with a girl because then I can focus on me, focus on my weaknesses, focus on what does it mean to be in a relationship. So now I want to be able to help other people in their relationships and help men who are shy to talk to girls. I want to be the guy to help them. I want to be the guy to help them in their relationships, help them in their life, their social anxiety, their insecurities. I want to be able to help them. So, so, um, so getting back with, the girl and me. After that, it was like I said, it wasn't the same anymore. I started crying. I started making more mistakes. And when I tried to ask her out, it was like, yeah, I'm not sure. Not today. And love, I just knew something was wrong. I just knew something was wrong. I knew something was wrong. It was hurting me. And I did try to move on. I did try to, okay, she's not into me anymore, so let me just go talk to other girls. And I did. I tried to talk to, I remember last month when she disappeared for like 3 weeks. I didn't know what happened to her. And I tried to talk to other girls. I talked to another girl at Amazon. We were talking for a while. And the same day I asked her for her number. She gave me her number. And I told her, let's go out. Nothing happened. Never answered me back. And this other girl, who's a Christian also, I asked her out. I was talking for her a little bit. And I figured, oh, let me ask her out. We're having good connect. I thought we had good connection here. I want to talk to her more. I was sharing her scripture knowledge that I know, and I thought it was really good. She invited me to her church and all this stuff, and I thought maybe we can, talk more, but nothing happened. When those stuff happen, you can't let it affect you, but it really affected me. It really did. It's just like, what is wrong with me? Why am I not getting any girls? Why? And it's nothing wrong with me because I just didn't know what to do. I didn't prepare myself. I didn't go out and talk to girls. I spent too much time just being at home, being at work. I never worked on myself. I never tried to be active. You know what I mean? Be around people. So work on my insecurities, because that's one of the things that happens when people are insecure, because it doesn't go out that much. They don't go out that much. They don't be around friends and hanging out and be active. Be part of a program outside your house and stuff. And this had never happened to me. So anyway, I was crying for a couple of months now because every single morning that's the first thing I was thinking of her. I was thinking about this girl at my job that I messed up. I knew I messed up. She wasn't talking to me like she used to. I was always the one coming up to her. I was like, what am I doing? She's not. What's going on? She's not coming up to me anymore. She's not happy to see me anymore. I knew something was wrong. And long story short, I finally came up to her and told her how I was feeling for a couple months. I told her that I was crying for a few months and I thought she just hate me. I thought she hate me. I thought she didn't like me no more. And so she told me that she doesn't hate me. And she told me that she was hoping she stopped coming up to me because she knows that I was coming on, not coming on strong, but like getting too into it too soon. That's all I can say. Instead of just taking my time with her and enjoying the friendship that we had. And she said that's why I stopped coming up to you because I noticed that those things you were doing. That really hurt me. It's more than just the fact that we never grew out of that friendship. Is a friend is I felt like I betrayed a friendship and the only thing I was aiming for was a relationship with her. And that hurt me so bad. Cause it was like it's just like when I was in Target. I called this girl that I knew fat as a joke, and she was mad at me. I didn't care at first, but then after a while, I started crying because I felt bad saying that to her, and I feel like I messed up our friendship because I really enjoyed this girl. She was really nice, She was real nice to see at work. We always talked a lot, stuff, and she was an enjoyable person to talk to. I felt so bad. And I never want to hurt a friend's feelings. I really don't, because that makes me hurt. And I know I don't want a person to to not approach me anymore because I don't want them to think of me as that person when I'm not that person. So I try really hard now to not say anything bad to a person or a funny little joke. I don't I If I say anything that offend that person, that makes me feel bad. I will start crying because I don't want that friendship to go away, especially if we talk for a while. I don't want that to. I don't care about people. I don't care what they think about me. But if you're my friend and I hurt your feelings, I will get hurt too. I will start crying, and that's how I felt with this girl. I felt like I hurt our friendship. I felt like I cared more about trying to get in a relationship with her instead of enjoying the friendship. And what it made me angry was I wrote this down back in May. I wrote down, be friends with her, Rob. Don't keep coming up to her. Wait for her to come to you. But I just didn't know. I didn't know what to do in the middle. I knew what to do in the beginning, but in the middle, I didn't know what to do. I just made too many mistakes. I made way too many mistakes, and I wasn't prepared. That comfort zone, like I said before, it doesn't grow you. It doesn't prepare your future. You waste your life. I hate that feeling when I used to play video games. Oh man, when I was I remember 4 years of not having a job. I just remember always playing the video game all the time. My thumbs were hurting sometimes too. And I hated that feeling of, oh great, another summer gone, I'm not doing nothing. Oh great, another year, I'm doing nothing. I hate that feeling. And now I hate this feeling of, I don't like this feeling anymore of when's my break or when I'm off. I hate that feeling now. I hate that feeling. Instead of focusing on my future, my goals, my dreams, like I'm doing now, back then I used to just think about when's my break? When's the next time I'm off? I'm not gonna do anything. It's so boring. It's so boring. I hate that. I hate not doing nothing with my life now. I want to do something. I'd rather go learn something new, read a book, or study to educate myself even more. So so anyway, back to the conversation with the girl. So she she said she was hoping that our friendship would grow out of it, but it didn't happen that way. That really hurt me. And what else she said? She said she felt bad that she said, I don't hate you, and I'm sorry you've been crying for months now. One thing I never want her to think of me was one of those guys that was weak. I never wanted her to think that. I wanted her to think that I'm her. I could be her rock. I could be that stronghold for her. And that's the thing about it. I can't get that kind of girl if I'm not that person. That's why I need to work on myself. So that I want to be, I have to be like James Bond. I gotta be like, I don't care if this girl leaves me. If she wants me, good. If she doesn't, yeah. I want to have that. I want to be like James Bond. I want that feeling if I don't care if you don't want me or not. But hey, we got a connection. Hey, let's rock and roll and just see how it goes. But I just didn't know what to do. And I'm trying to remember what else she said to me. Um, she said, I thought you were focused on your fitness. That's why I should have been focused on fitness, not on her. And she's also said, I feel like, well, I told her, I should never said this, but I told her, you know, I felt like there's something wrong because every time I try to talk to a girl, then all of a sudden she just disappears. And it's like, what's wrong with me? And nothing wrong with me. There's nothing wrong with me. Nothing. I mean, yes, there is insecurities. I have to fix that. So next time when a girl in my dreams comes to my life, I'll be ready. I don't care what anyone says anymore. I don't care if they say, "Oh, there's nothing wrong with you." No, there is something wrong with me, and I need to work on it. The girl left me because I wasn't patient. I had my insecure ways, and I messed up, and that's what happened to this girl. Right now, my life right now, all I care about is getting experience with girls. I don't care if it becomes long term or anything like that. I want to be like the life coach. Just get experience with girls, gain some knowledge. And what I want to do is don't think about what I can get in a relationship. Right now, I want to think about how could I give this person something that she can carry on in her life. I want to leave behind her now, whoever that person is, a gift. And I want her to remember me. Oh, Robert was a nice guy. I really liked him. He was so sweet to me. He never forced the relationship on me. And I want the relationship to grow apart. Now, I'm not gonna look for a relationship to get out of it. I want to go in a relationship to see what can I give to her. And when the perfect person comes in my life, I don't know what to do. But still have that mindset of what can I give to this girl? What can I give? Not think about what can I get out of a relationship, but what can I give to her that she can carry on in her life. That's my mindset right now. Cause like I said, I'm gonna take off for not. I'm not gonna date any girls for 2 years unless I really focus on myself and really understand relationship and get in that mindset of do not get in a relationship and focus on what you can get in. Focus on what can you give to this person. Whether it's friendship, whether it's your boss or anything like that. You go into a relationship to see what can you give to that person. and that she can carry that to her for the rest of her life. Don't worry about if you get in a relationship with her or not. Worry about trying to build that relationship, make her feel like she was free when she was with you, and you gave her a gift that she can carry with her. I felt with this girl at my job, I felt like she gave me a gift of friendship, and hopefully I knew what to do with it so it can grow and blossom and hopefully start dating. But I didn't know what to do with it, and she took it away. It felt like she took the gift away from me and say, "Oh, I'm sorry, but you're not what I thought you were," and that hurt me. And that really, you know, hurt me. So just want to like, I just want to leave and say that you just need to work on yourself, and just don't go in a relationship to try to get something in it. So that's my goal right now, and I hope my message that I say in this video helps other men out there and help you to grow. And God bless you all. And I think that's it. I hope too that this girl and we get back. I hope our friendship, grows back up again. I have to focus on my goal and live the expectation. And I also hope that she give me a second chance to go with her again. I have to focus on me. And I hope our friendship will still be together for years. I really hope we have a second chance together. Okay, that's it for now. This is Isaiah. I pray that everyone have a good day today. And I pray that you live an abundant life and you go after your dreams. Thank you.